All right, here we go. Hey, folks, Lester and Jamie here. Give me 1 sec. If you'll hand me that cap right over there, I'm going to remove that comment. We're not quite ready yet. Can y'all believe it? And there's cat hair flying around. When I picked up my cap, I saw cat hair just like pitter-pattering, just falling all around us like snowflakes. Happy Sunday.
Hey, y'all.
Happy Memorial Day. And tell me again, because every year I ask the same question, and I think I get it wrong every darn year. Memorial Day. Are we honoring, celebrating military families who have served and passed during their active service? Is it all first responders, police, firemen, Memorial Day, anyone who has served? I don't know.
I think it's those who have served and passed. That's what I think Memorial Day is.
So
the fallen.
So those who have fallen while serving their country.
I don't mean not just while, but who served and have fallen.
Okay, so military only or all first responders? Because firemen serve and ambulance drivers and EMS workers and a lot of people serve.
Why you got to get so technical?
I'm trying to.
Why you got to pinpoint it down? Why can't you just
throw a curveball?
Just be grateful for those who have served others.
Fallen service members is what I'm reading quite a bit. Military and fallen service members. So, okay. Well, there you have it, Jamie. Since you could not answer it, we relied on Old Faithful, the internet. Thank you, everybody. We are blessed that you were able to jump on here and hang out with us for a little while. And it's been a long day. I'm not going to lie. There was someone out of this twosome right here, someone considered not even having a live tonight. Who do you think that one person was? Because one of us was all for it, and one of us considered just taking the night off. Who do y'all think who is who? Do y'all think y'all know who is who?
We did that yesterday, and now and everybody started pointing fingers in a direction that was a little unpredicted.
Hold on. If you're saying Lester, you need to take it back. Jamie, come clean. Come clean.
We were finishing up at the JL, and someone was napping.
I did. I dozed off.
And
Sadie,
I said,
but I was taking care of Sadie.
I said, we could just not go live because it's a holiday weekend and you can stay here, Lester, and finish napping, and I'll run home and do chores, and then I'll come back and we can stay here. So yes, take the night off was granting someone else the night off.
Listen,
not like Jamie's a lazy bum.
I'm not 100%, y'all. I'm not 100%, and I'm trying to stick with it. But no, in all honesty, I saw that Stephanie and Buddy took the night off, and I was reading some comments, and I saw how disappointed and let down people were. And I felt bad for people. And so that's the Lester. That's Lester right there for you. I felt bad for anyone that was looking forward to seeing us live and us not being here. So here we are. Anyway, talk about what you're doing at the JL Ranch every darn afternoon with them horses over there. My gosh.
We have a routine.
Playing Barbies is playing Barbies, except this is hands-on. Go ahead.
No.
Tell them all about your baths that you're giving.
No, you just called it playing Barbies.
I'm playing with you. I joke and I tease and I stir the pot all the time. But that's just me. You know that already.
So for about an hour and a half in the 90-degree weather.
This is true.
I'm making an extra drive to the JL every single day to ensure that the horses get cooled off, that I check them, that I pick their feet because of there's just different terrain out there. I feed them. I give them their supplements, and I also do some hands-on grooming and some just touching all of them and interacting with all of them, including Rita, who is learning how to behave through those things. So if that's what we're calling playing Barbie, then I'll own that.
Hey, last Sunday night after we got off of our live, I jumped over and I hung out with Rick on his live for a little while, Think Like a Horse. And what Rick said to shut me up, he hushed me up real fast with my whole playing Barbie thing. He said, every horse deserves to be loved by a little girl. Every horse deserves to be loved by a little girl, or in this case, someone that still treats them. That's not how it came out. That's coming out wrong. What did Rick say again? Because I forgot that. I've slept since then.
He said the more that you handle a horse, the better the horse they'll be.
I know, but it was cute the way he said it, though.
But he said
every horse deserves to be loved
by a little girl.
By a little girl. So I just mess with
I
you.
will own being a little girl when it comes to that, but I feel like, number one, I enjoy it. Number two, that I get to feel if they're out of whack or if something happened today. And I feel like it's when your kids come home at the end of school and they tell you about their day, I genuinely feel that's what I'm living through in that time. I don't expect anyone else to do it if I'm unable to. It's not like they need that. They need to be fed, obviously, but they don't need exactly what I'm doing. It's a want and it's a ability to do so.
I'm going to have to get on to Ann right there. Ann says, didn't you sleep in yesterday, Lester? Yes, ma'am, I did. But today I didn't. Today I was up and about very early, and I'm not going to say any names. I will not say any names. I am not going to call anybody out
I slept until 8:30 today for the first time in maybe years. I don't know.
She messaged me. I was over at the JL, and she goes, what's wrong with me? I'm like, what's happened? She goes, I can't get up. I'm so exhausted. I just can't get up. I'm like, don't worry about it. I got all the horses taken care of. We're good.
Yes.
And no, but sometimes you just need to take a little break. And I'm playing with you. Yes, I did sleep in yesterday. Actually later than 8:30. Jamie, how long did I sleep in yesterday?
I don't want to tell.
It was later than 8:30.
I don't want to tell on you.
You're not going to tell on me? Anywho, we're fine, y'all. We make a good team, Jamie and I, and sometimes we have to pick up each other's slack. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
So some days when you're slacking, I'll jump in there and play Barbie for you. And some days when I'm slacking, you'll jump in there and play cowboy.
I honestly was going to say that you were playing cowboy, but I was like, no, that would be mean. I'm not that person. I'm not going to say that.
Jamie, I have horrible news. This is not the first person. Now, Lisa says, who's barking in the background? That sounds like a new dog, Lester. We're not talking about that, Lisa. Not until next Sunday, right? Next Sunday, we'll talk all about it. Did you hear that?
I will say that it's going to be the hardest 7 days ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's going to be a very hard 7 days, I know. We are blessed, y'all. It's been a really busy week. I will say that we've probably had one of the busiest weeks that we've had in a very long time. Not so much stressful busy. I know that ice machine's making all kinds of racket. If that ice machine's bothering you all, then we'll go over and unplug it. I can promise you that I'll do that. It's
already bothering Lester.
It is bothering me. Lisa, you're something else. Now Lisa has the entire internet talking about something. Lisa has the entire internet going, Jamie. Lisa, shame on you, huh? We have to. It was a promise. So, boy, Lisa, man. Lisa, I'll tell you what.
How do you know all of our dog barks? That's what I need to know.
How does anyone learn all of the different dog barks? That's crazy. No, Jamie and I have not had a stressful week as far as rain, flooding, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Lord. But we've had a really busy week as far as getting things taken care of. So, Lester, you can't keep a secret. I will this time. Yes, I will. Talk, Jamie. Please talk before I tell my secret. Please talk.
I unplugged the ice machine.
Look what everyone is saying. You guys are so darn good. I can't stop reading these comments, Jamie. It sounds like a small dog.
I have to look at the radar. That's what we can talk about.
Oh, well, I will say that, first of all, yes, there has been some horrible weather across the country. And I messaged this morning, early this morning, and talked to Rick. Rick is fine. That's a Think Like a Horse Rick there in Dallas. We're trying to get a hold of Sean and Brandy. They're in Oklahoma. and they're
No
having
response yet.
no response from those guys yet. So I don't know, but from the
No,
last,
but this is Xander's radar right now.
that's Xander
Right
up in
there,
Illinois,
yeah.
right there with all that
They
red
have tornado
stuff.
warnings right now, so this mama is on full alert.
Storming
Sorry.
in Pittsburgh. I'm reading about different parts of the country that's having horrible weather right now. Tennessee, of course, North Texas, and then of course the one lady from Florida. Oh, it's nice and sunny here in Florida. Well, I bet. Oh no.
What?
I just saw something said there were 14 killed in somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I lost it. I don't know where that went. I saw a comment come flying by that talked, it was weather related, and talked about there were several people who lost their lives in somewhere. I don't know where that's at, but man, my heart breaks for you guys.
There's significant weather in the middle of the country right now, like literally right now.
Yeah.
And it's making its way east, and it's awful. It's kind of what we had 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
It's treacherous, that's for sure.
Wow. Well, you guys make sure that if you are experiencing bad weather, follow the precautions and do what you're told to do. If they say stay indoors, if they say don't go to work, if they say don't get on the roads, then don't. People are kind of hard-headed around here. I'll admit we're guilty of that as well. Sometimes we have bad weather come through, and since we can't seem to wait and find out what's going on, we will sometimes venture out and see how far we can drive before we run across bad, roads that are flooded or things that are messed up. I'm still seeing a lot of people.
My family will sit on the porch during storms. So like in the Midwest, when you watch a storm roll in, like that's what people do until it gets so bad that they like make the mad dash to their basement.
Wow.
And I imagine that's what a lot of people are doing right now.
Well, I would say if you have a basement and that you need to go to it, then go to it. Yeah. Dutch is in Oklahoma, but we've not had a chance to contact them. We have messaged, but we haven't got a reply message yet. Now, the good thing about Dutch is that I believe that all those folks do have bunkers and basements and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Most people who live in the part of the country that have that kind of weather have places to go. It always shocks me when I watch these newscasts that go over an area that was struck by a tornado, when every home is just flattened for entire city blocks. And you find out that no one lost a life in all of that. And it makes you blessed that no one lost a life. You feel great that no one's lost a life, but I don't know how they could, their entire home is gone. And then Jamie explained how basements and all those kind of things work. And so, scary though, isn't it?
It is terrifying. I'm embarrassed that I haven't turned anything on today to look at news, we've been going nonstop, and I guess I'm embarrassed to admit that I looked at our weather and moved on today. So I didn't know that all those storms were coming either. So
they're all hearing a dog. We're going to be in so much trouble, Jamie. We're going to be in so much trouble. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darn it. It's too late now.
What were we supposed to do?
Has that thrown your entire game plan off? It's thrown my game plan off too. Jamie and I normally have a game plan when we sit down to do a live. And tonight, I swear, with all that going on, first of all, with the weather going on, and then, of course, the little noise you all keep hearing, now I've totally lost my game plan. Spill it, show the baby. All right, grab the baby. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, y'all. I hate that y'all did this to us. Lisa, it's all Lisa's fault. Ellie and Megan are going to be so mad at me. They're going to be so mad. Fine. We're babysitting. Come here. Ellie. Oh, I love this little girl. Oh, my goodness gracious. I love her. Y'all,
Same.
I love her, and I got mad today. I stomped my foot. I said, "I'm not gonna love you. I'm not gonna fall in love with you."
I said I would love her. I would love her all the
I
love.
I love her too, but I don't want to, Jamie. I don't want to love her. How can you help it, though? How can you just help it? Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, my baby girl. Listen, I'm in so much trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I am in so much trouble. Dang it. I hope that you all will let Ellie and Megan know that
No, don't let them know.
no, but whenever this is revealed that it was not Lester who did this,
It
it was
also
not
wasn't
Jamie.
Jamie.
No, it was Lisa. A lady named Lisa could hear. She has like bionic ears and she could hear it. And then everyone else kept listening. Everyone else started listening. And you can't just make the baby not cry. We couldn't sit there and hold her. Well, man, don't you bark.
I
don't
even
you
had
bark.
her. She's staying in the bathroom overnight.
Oh my
Staying
gosh,
in bed, let's be honest.
y'all.
And she barked and cried and was like, and wanted to come out. So I was
We
like,
had to let her out, and
it turns out she barks then too.
and then she barks when she's out too, and that's where y'all could hear her. But listen, all of our
We're in so
dogs,
much trouble.
we are in so much trouble. Ellie asked us politely and kindly to just keep it low key until, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, son. I am so very sorry, Ellie. Y'all, let him know that his dad is very sorry.
Don't say a word. Just don't say
There
a
ain't
word.
no way they're going to keep this a secret, even though we would like them to. But listen, this little girl here has won everybody's heart. Stella, we have videos. We were going to make some videos of her and not play them until it's safe to. but
Cat's
all
out of the bag.
But all of our babies here, all of our animals here just love her. And they're all, whenever there's a new baby in the house, you can tell the other dogs are jealous. Okay. I can see right now, Trixie right here is like staring at me with her little nub, like wondering if I still love her. They don't understand that you can love more than one at a time. But look at that, Jamie. I'm so jealous of you getting to get all the good loving. But no, all of our dogs have had a chance to play around with her and meet with her. One of the cutest things that she does is Ritzy likes to sleep under the bed. I don't know why. Ritzy is so, it's kind of weird sometimes, but Ritzy likes to go and sleep under the bed. And there's only about that much crawl space to go under our bed. There's not much room at all. And Ritzy's got get down like military and climb herself under. And this little girl gets down, her little hiney in the air, her little tail wagging, and she's barking at Ritzy to come out. She's scared to go underneath with Ritzy because it's dark under there. So she doesn't want to go under, but she wants Ritzy to come back out. And so she is sitting there barking for Ritzy to come out. So Ritzy's just like looking at her. All the cats love her. No one's giving her a hard time. All the dogs are loving on her. They're sharing space with her on the couch and on the floor. And look, she's wearing makeup now, Jamie. She has makeup now. You put makeup on her face when you kissed her. You sweetie girl. There ain't no denying who loves you so much, huh? So yeah, we are babysitting for a few days, y'all. So just know that that's what parents do. We're kind of like grandparents now. As a matter of fact, Jamie asked me a question earlier
that we've never talked about ever before.
Yeah, we've never talked about this. I don't know why we've never talked about it, but a lot of moms, when they become grandmas, they will pick their name. They will pick their grandma name. So my mom wanted to go by Gigi. I don't know why, but to her, she thought that grandma or granny just sounds old, and she did not want to be old. So here, my mom, and she says, "You're going to call me Gigi. My grandkids will call me Gigi." And my dad's like, "I'll be old, I'll be Papa, I'll be Papa." So he didn't care. But we've had nicknames. Tina, my sister Tina has the goofiest one. They call her something Lovey. Where did that come from? The Kardashians. Tina makes her grandkids call her Lovey. What do they call Kim? Nanny? They call Kim Nanny. Who else is the grandma or grandpa? What do they call Dan and Lou? They call her
Lulu and Pawpaw.
They just call her Lulu and Pawpaw. Yeah, Lulu and Pawpaw. All right, so fine. You know where we're going with this, right? So, first of all, I want to know what they call you. If you are in fact a grandmother or a grandfather, please tell us what they call you. Here's a Meemaw. Here's a Gigi. I'm going to put a few of them up over here. So Sue goes by Gigi. Hi, Sue. And then Michelle goes by Meemaw. That's what Lex calls his grandma is Meemaw.
Xander has a mama.
Grandma. Here's Glamma. Here's Nana or Nene. Nanny. I don't know. How would you say that? Nana. Here's Nana. Okay, here we go. I want it to be Nanab Nanab? Beverly, I may be saying that wrong. I don't know. Here we have a Dee Dee. And there's a lot of names. Thank you all for sharing all of the names they call you. Anyway, Jamie, what do you want to be called by your future grandkids?
Yeah, don't
we're not
you
rushing
rush
any
into
grandma
that.
and grandpa
But
thing.
the puppy sort of made us like think this way, right?
Yes, it did.
So I think I want to be a Mamie.
A what?
A Mamie. Mami.
A Mamie?
A Mamie.
And where do you get that from?
My brother couldn't say my name when I was little, and there were some other kids I babysat for that couldn't say it, so I was Mamie.
Mamie. There are several people in here that are putting things that are similar. Here,
Yeah.
look. Oh, here. Is that it?
That's Nanny.
That's Nanny. So Chris is Nanny.
Yeah.
And yours is what again?
Mamie. Instead of Jamie, Mamie.
So M-A-M-I, Mamie. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick with Elwood, y'all.
The thing is that
I'm Elwood. I'm gonna be Grandpa Elwood, just Elwood. I don't know why. I'm gonna be Elwood. I'm gonna go back to my roots. I'm gonna die the way I started life by having them call me Elwood. When I was little, they called me Elwood, and as I make my way out of this world, they'll be calling me Elwood as well. So I'm gonna be with Elwood.
I think we have plenty of time. Though.
Elwood and Mamie. Elwood and Mamie. Okay. I can hear Ellie and Xander now. You want to go see Grandpa Elwood and Grandma Mamie? And then Megan, come on, you gotta go see your Grandpa Elwood. I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know. That's cute though. I love that. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. I'm Dodo. I'm Dodo. Oh, here goes Mama.
No one is pregnant. We're not. None of that is happening. The dog sitting sort of just invoked of what would you want to be called, and some people wait till their grandkids are there and figure out what they're going to call them. This is your grandpa, and they come up with different words, and I think that's where some of these words have come from.
So yes, Ellie has made videos about Phoebe. Her name is Phoebe, and she is their livestock guardian dog there for the Plum Grove property. And she's being groomed and raised the right way to love ducks and love chickens and love geese. She's like, I don't love them. I have to put up. I don't love them. I don't love them no more than you do, Daddy. I don't love them no more than you do, Elwood. I know you don't. But she's being taught how to live amongst them and protect them and love them. And that comes natural to a lot of dogs of this breed. But oh my goodness. But we're just dogs sitting for a few days, my friends. We are not adopting her. She's not ours. We are only dog sitting for a couple of days. Okay.
She's
just visiting, but we are sure loving our time with her. So I'm making a video, and it's going to be 8 minutes long, and you're not going to be able to stop watching, even though your ears are going to be bleeding, because I am making an 8-minute video of her with me singing to her different songs, snippets of tiny songs. You want to hear a sample?
Are you trying to teach her to sing?
Nope. I'm just going to sing.
She wants you now.
I'm just going to sing, Jenny. I want to sing like no one's listening, even though you're going to have to watch it, because there's no way you could ever not watch cute puppy antics. Who can turn off a puppy video? Nobody. Even with Lester singing, you're going to question it. But I am doing 8 minutes of singing with her, singing to her. You want to hear one of my first songs that I sang to her this morning when I was driving? Duke, 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 Duke of Earl, 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 Duke of Earl, 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 Duke of Earl, Earl, Earl. You know the song? Ooh, ooh, come on, help me. Duke, 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 Duke of. You're not going to help me?
She's like, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Guys, she's like, hey, give me back to that lady. She ain't near crazy as you are. Okay, fine. So, anywho, yeah, we are dog sitting. So no one's going to tell Ellie. But if you do tell Ellie, remember, you're going to tell him that it wasn't our fault. She demanded attention. Okay.
Look at her side eye. She's like,
yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Jamie.
No, I can't do anything. This is ruined. This is it.
Well, guys, we're not much of anything tonight. Then we're horrible. We're horrible hosts. We are horrible hosts.
The only thing that would make this better is if Starbuck was right here and you had, that combination.
I can go grab Starbuck if you want me to.
He'll probably scream.
He would scream. Oh my God, he would scream like crazy. No, we our plans for the week are pretty simple. Jamie, what are you doing this week?
Simple. We got a busy week coming up.
Well, I was gonna say I think mine's more complicated than what yours is. So we have a pond fella gonna come by tomorrow to do a little chit chat with Jamie and I and make sure we can specify exactly what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be going to, well, Wednesday, I fertilize all the pastures. I'm excited about that. We have rain coming in on Thursday and Friday.
I have a special guest for Time Out Tuesday.
Special guest for Time Out Tuesday, which is going to be on Tuesday. And then I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Everyone's demanding that I go get that little goat.
Oh, okay.
Trixie, move.
Yeah, we have lots of things going on this week that I think we both have been scheduling things to happen that we need to actually take the time to write down and make sure that we can be at all the places that we need. Oh, we yawn. Oh, no. I yawned. I don't know. It came out of nowhere. It snuck up on me. I think he yawned, and I looked at him. I think that's what happened. He stood up to go yawn, and that was his excuse. So there's a lot going on. Obviously, we're dog sitting. We're hanging out with Starbuck. I have not made a video of Starbuck yet, and I feel really guilty. I'm out there playing with him and loving on him and hanging out with Starla, refilling water troughs, spraying everybody down. But I'll be honest with you, it has been like go with everything that's going on. And I haven't found like time that has been intimate or that wasn't interrupted by Carl or, or there's not it's just one of those things where like, I want to spend time with him, but I also want to share that with y'all when there's not like mayhem around or that I can actually spend time with him. And I think that's going to require actually pulling he and Starla out of the pasture and kind of go from there. You went down, baby? Okay, there you go. So it's been busy and it's been like meeting each other, coming and going. It's been, I'm trying to cook. I'm trying to preserve things from the garden, and the garden is almost done for this round. Trying to maintain the blessing box. Like there's so much happening that I feel like I'm missing pieces for y'all because I'm just trying to squeeze so much in. And then it is a holiday weekend, so I'm off tomorrow, but I feel like the day is already full of plans, like just trying to get as much done as possible. Now y'all are saying yawn, and I'm considering yawning again. I'm tired. Full disclosure, I am tired. When Lester says that we both sort of each had a day, he's right. I think that we have been burning the candle at both ends, and that both of our bodies sort of just said like, take an extra hour or 3 in his case. But like when you have weather that allows you to be out doing, you want to capitalize on that and do as much as possible without hurting yourself, of course. So we've been doing that, and it is warm. Look at her back there. Did you get him?
I got him. Where's the puppy?
She wanted down.
Oh,
she wanted down.
Here's Starbuck. Everybody Starbuck.
So I confess that I haven't made a video of him yet on my own. You've made several videos.
I have.
But his demeanor is so Starla-like.
Yeah, look at his face.
Like he's like,
hi.
And
hi,
he doesn't
Mr.
have the flying
hi,
nun
Mr.
ears that she had like that, but they do stick out just like hers did from her head. And hers just had a little bit more fold.
Yeah.
But he is so her. I know that he has Gus's genes and things like that, but when I look at him, I see Starla, and his demeanor is just like hers. It's really neat to me because obviously Starla was a bottle baby, a very special bottle baby. And
Hello,
she wants to bring him to us.
Yes.
And wants us to be involved in him. And that's just, it reminds me of Shirley bringing Laverne to Annie. Just about, like she'll scoot him towards us. And it's a really, really neat thing to witness because not all goats are like that.
And remember, he's not a bottle baby, so he doesn't see us as
No.
mom and dad. He doesn't see us as his caretakers. He sees us as just a couple of people that hang out every once in a while and visit and talk loud.
But Sissy's babies aren't like that. And even Sissy was a bottle baby,
Yeah,
but Sissy wasn't like that with her babies. And I don't know if it's because it's 3, if Starla's just that special. Like Starla is very special and very much was connected on an individual level. Like, yes, she was raised with Finn, but Finn followed Starla. Starla didn't follow Finn, if that makes any sense. And Starla wanted to be here with us. And now she has taught him that we're okay too, because Sissy's babies did not do this at all. And I don't know. It's just he has a really neat personality is what I guess I'm saying.
He's a big baby is what I think. You call it personality. I just see that he just wants to be held and loved on and coddled. And so there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. He's what, 3 days old? He's like 3 days old, y'all.
Let him be that way.
We're going to keep him a baby as long as we can. He wants to come to daddy. You want to come back to daddy? He loves me. I'm going to turn him around this way over here. Oh boy, looky there. Now you can look into the camera. Oh, oopsie.
He doesn't like that.
Okay.
He wants to be held close.
Oh, I want him to be able to look at the camera though. Like
he's giving them the side eye.
he's side-eyeing me right now is what he's doing. He's like, how dare you?
He's chewing and everything. He's
don't you dare be putting me in front of that camera. I'm not ready for that yet. I did not sign up for that lifestyle.
No.
Yes, you did.
Can I show him his back feet though? This is
here.
What I wanted to show. So he has one little black mark on this back side, and that is what his mama has too. See, look, one little black toe. That's it. And she has one little brown toe, which is just sweet, really sweet.
So I like to take and put their legs over my arm like this over here. This is how I hold them. Everyone holds them differently. I hold them just like this over here with their legs hanging between mine.
The football hold.
Oh no, look at him trying to hide. How does he know? He will not look at the camera for anything. How does he know?
He doesn't want to.
This is what you do. You got to turn baby sway over here.
It's another goat.
That's what he's scared of the other goat.
Yes.
He's like, who's that goat looking at me with that man that looks like you? Look at him. He's eyeballing the other goat, Jamie.
You look so tired.
He was laying down out there.
No, you were sleeping.
Well, so we have put all of our goats back together again. With the donkeys, with the big birds, with the pigs. It's a smorgasbord. You call it a smorgasbord out there?
Don't call it a smorgasbord.
What's that?
That's what you eat.
Okay, that's bad choice of words.
Yeah.
Then. It's a whole variety of a whole lot of animals out there.
Yeah, it's
and
a
they're all
variety
running
pack.
together. So you got pigs doing what pigs do, big birds doing what big birds do. It is a menagerie. Someone's saying menagerie. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Menagerie.
Yeah.
It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy chaotic. And today was his first day with the entire group. So everything was fine during the normal day. It wasn't until feed time when everything went crazy. And when I say crazy, everyone knows how our animals enjoy the social event of eating. They're not hungry. I have to remind people all the time, they're not starving. You've seen animals that are hungry and they'll do anything for food. Our animals are not hungry. Our animals enjoy the social event of dinner.
They're no different than us, though. I enjoy the social event of dinner too. I'm not starving. I mean, my body thinks that it is, but it's very similar to us. Like, so eating is a social event, I think.
Well, when we start feeding over here, it is crazy out there. You got birds jumping around and wings are flapping, and you got pigs grunting and screaming at each other. And donkeys are yelling at me to hurry it up. And goats are it's pandemonium. You know that word. Did I use that word correctly? It's pandemonium out there. And today was his first day being caught up in all of that mix. And wherever mom would run, because one thing about Starla, she's a great mom, but she also enjoys feed time. She enjoys the pandemonium of feed time. So when I got there in that pasture with my bucket of feed, I'm starting to pour feed around. Goats are running everywhere after usually on, chasing me around, and he's trying to keep up, but he's trying to dodge other animals. He's trying to go around pigs and go under donkeys and go over around birds. And he's having a really hard time with our 3-ring circus.
He did good.
But he did great, but that's why he's so exhausted. Yeah. He's like, whoa, that was a heck of a workout. He'll have to find his place in all of that though. And that's the saddest thing about watching animals in packs or herds or groups or whatever you want to call it, is at some point they have to find their place in all of the pecking order.
Yeah.
So right now today, he didn't do much besides just watch all the three-ring circus as it happened. But will you delete this right over here? That person right there. You find it? Thank you. Got it. All right. So yeah, today was a crazy day for him. But no, so Facebook, I'm so sorry, but you're a little bit behind on this one. I posted these videos on YouTube first, and I don't think they come out on Facebook yet, but they will. And I think tomorrow's the day. So sorry about that, everybody. A little bit early.
Ruined it then.
Well, no, it's not ruined. You just have a little bit of a head start on seeing 3 days later after the fact. Not every video goes out on YouTube first. So most videos go on Facebook first, but on occasion, YouTube gets dibs on them. Oh no. Did you hear that, everybody? Now we have that puppy trying to go up on top of my couch. That's where I sleep at night. I don't know about this, Jamie. I do not know about
she
this.
just looked at me and went,
Okay, so it did already come out on Facebook then. Okay, I'm sorry. I sometimes get my days all mixed up. Woo-wee.
He's a good boy. He's super calm.
I'm going to take him back to his mama. He's very calm. He's wonderful. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to forever stay this gentle. At some point when he becomes more of a boy and then a man, he's not going to let us love on him like this over here anymore.
No, but we'll remember these days.
We will.
I promise we will.
Yeah, we will.
And I promise I'll get out and make a video with him and we'll talk about all the things.
Yes.
I haven't yet. I'm so sorry.
He is cute. All right, y'all say goodbye to Starbuck. And we named him Starbuck because of well, it was one of the ideas. We wanted to keep it kind of celestial with, Starla. And so we had all kinds of other options that we talked about, but we officially named him Starbuck on Friday. So Starbuck it is. Not Starbucks like the store, but Starbuck for Starla. And then he's a buck. He's a little billy goat. He's a buck. I'm going to get back to Starla now, okay? All right. Say goodbye. Say bye-bye to all your friends.
Good night.
Say bye to all your friends. One more kissy, mama. There.
Good night, baby.
All right.
I love his flying nun ears. He has his mother's ears by far. Right? Can you make that?
I got it. Be right back. No more yawning.
Don't say it. Why did you have to say it?
Did you do it again?
It's trying to creep in. Oh my goodness. It's been a very good busy though. I feel accomplished, even though I'm not quite sure what I'm truly accomplishing other than like the daily things, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. I have a really special guest coming for Timeout Tuesday. Excited about that. Oh, I have a question. How do y'all normally celebrate this holiday weekend? Do you have any traditions that, things you cook, things you normally eat, places you go, family gatherings? What do y'all normally do? I'm reading. Barbecue. I barbecued today. I also, there's a video coming out. I'm not going to tell you all the things. A lot of resting, a lot of cooking on the grill. I think that this weekend is kind of like the big summer kickoff for a lot of people. I know that it's not the intention. Look, I'm doing it again. I'm embarrassed now. That's going to live on the internet forever. Okay. So I think that Memorial Day kind of kicks off summer and that Labor Day kind of ends it. And when I was growing up, that was sort of like end of school, beginning of school. Now, I know we start school like 3 weeks earlier now, which is insane, but it is what it is. Benefit auction. Some people do poker runs, beach bonfire. There's big things that happen here, not here, in Galveston, like about 2 hours away. That's kind of like our closest beach area. There are big events that happen this weekend. My question was, what sort of traditions and things do people do on this weekend? Most people barbecue. And I was talking about how this sort of is like, in growing up, this was like the kickoff of summer. This weekend was.
Can you tell everyone what Starbuck did the day that you were watching? He's only a couple of days old, and that cute little move that he did.
his little spin kick
Mhm.
up against the tree. Yeah. So I was out in the garden working, and Starla's just laying down, and he's like doing this like jump thing where he like bounces off the side of the tree and then bounces off of his mom and then comes down to the ground and like keeps doing the same exact thing. And I haven't caught it on video yet, but
Well, he just now
so
did it just
he
now
did.
when I set him down. So all of the animals came to the gate because they saw me coming out there with him. They all come to the gate, and Trudy was trying to come out of the gate. I had to push her back, set him inside. And so here he is, this little bitty guy with all these animals sitting there staring at him, wondering where he went, what he did, what he was doing. And they're all around him. Starla is back behind them all. She couldn't even see where he was at. So he's sitting there looking around at all these big animals, pigs and donkeys and birds. They're all just looking at him, like looking down at him. He starts kind of slowly creeping his way around the side of it. And Trudy runs up to him and grunts. He doink, 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 sideways, side hops back to his mama. So
I bet you wish you would have had your camera out there.
You never record the neatest moments, or so, we don't record them.
Yeah.
Darn it.
It's hard to capture
some
it
neat
all.
moments.
Oh no, Ritzy is running from her.
Ritzy's scared of the puppy. All right, so a lot of people do trips to the lake. Some people go visit past relatives at cemeteries. Okay, that's beautiful.
Oh, there's a parade. I have heard of parades. I think that when I was growing up, I was in one. I used to carry the banner for the band in grade school. I was not in the band.
So Labor Day is the holiday that we always do our boat races.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I say we've had 2 annual Labor Day cardboard boat races.
Oh, we're having one this year.
We're going to have one this year, huh?
Absolutely we are. And
if we don't lose our pond first.
It'll be a costume contest one too, though. Ritzy, let her love you. Ritzy's hiding. She literally is trying to hide underneath
Ritzy,
the chair.
She's a puppy. She's like, I
don't want her to bite me. She barks at me. She's mean.
Following Ritzy around, barking at her. She's wonderful, though. Ellie and Megan got a really cute dog here, y'all. They got a really cute one. Winter's going to make it really hard now because you already know how I have this thing for their little ram named Angel. I love that little sheep. Darn it. And now I'm going to end up loving this one over here. I love little Ziggy. They got a really neat cast of characters over there, y'all. A really neat cast of characters. But so now people who are coming in later saying, wait, there's a puppy. Well, it's not ours. We are just we're babysitting right now. We're puppy sitting, y'all, for a couple of days.
Are we going to have I guess it's time for question and answer. It's almost been going for almost an hour. So.
Well, it is. We've been going an hour?
Almost.
Showing off babies, man. Time flies. All right. Well, in that case, y'all, it's in our final 10 minutes. Let's answer some questions.
Somebody said, are you going to have a prom in 2024? So I think so.
We had so much fun with that prom. We're doing that again. Wasn't it neat to see people who you don't see dancing very often, just really letting their hair down and having a good time? And so that was a lot of fun. We're blessed here. Now we have to wait till it cools off because it's way too hot now, y'all.
We did it in the second weekend in October. I think that's probably where we'll end up again is, mid-October. She's chasing her in circles.
Ritzy, love her.
She's fighting her behind.
The puppy's finally found someone she's higher than on the hierarchy. Yes. Poor Ritzy's by my feet. Like, pick me up. I'll go on camera. Pick me up.
Come here, baby.
So I think that maybe that prom might have been one of the funnest events that we've done.
Brindley and Laura
the little girls already asked. They're already asking. They want to have another prom so bad. Brindley, Alora, they love the prom and they want to get dressed up and go to another prom so darn bad.
We'll have to think of a theme. Last year was kind of decades, so we'll have to come up with a theme for this year. Yep. So prom and the boat races will be on. It's hard to do things in the summer because of the heat here, because we don't have a big enough air-conditioned space for everybody to be inside. Actually, I don't think anybody does to be able to house everyone. I don't know what Shen is. It must be.
She is okay. His town's not bad. I thought that may have been something else. I thought it was a question because sometimes we ask you to put your questions in all caps, but I couldn't understand what that was. Well, I don't even see any questions coming in. No one has any questions for us today, Jamie. A costume prom would be fun. Rodeo, Jamie. What about the rodeo? We talked about doing a rodeo.
It's
That
too
never
hot.
happened.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot, and people had stuff going. There were like no weekends where people were available because of end of school stuff and just so much going on.
Your hair is going to be so frazzled when you're done with that puppy.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, we were blessed. I think that Jake's enjoying the UFO. I really think that Moo will get a lot from that. Literally, he and Oreo will be able to keep their bellies nice and full, which is really important for those big cows like that. We hope that we don't have another drought. But I think Jake's hardest part of the UFO is going to be trying to figure out a way to navigate all of his fences and gates. Because if y'all have not seen that pasture, they have a maze. There's a maze to try to get into all of that stuff they have over there. And whenever Dan did a little bit of fencing, Jake did some fencing, did some sub fencing, then another sub fence. And his hardest thing with that buggy is going to be getting it in and out of his pastures, because they're going to go through it once a month or so.
Yeah.
His buggy is smaller than mine, but he has less cows than we have as well. So I think his will be fine. I told him try to make it last you at least a month. But I couldn't pull it in. I had to actually park it in his yard and let him figure it out, because I could not figure out how to go and how to maneuver into his pastures.
Are you still doing the jousting? Have you confessed about those tricycles yet?
Confessed what?
What happened as we were driving back?
We talked about that. Wait, driving back?
When we were driving back from
No, I've not talked about that yet. Do you want to? I don't want to talk mess about the bikes. Let me make my video first, okay? And then we'll talk mess about them once they're officially mine. This is funny. I have a weird question. Do cows and horses get fleas like dogs and cats?
They don't get fleas that way. They do
lice.
They do get lice. They do get ticks.
Ticks.
Flies. And then they also get mites.
Also, they have horse flies. You have gnats. It's really bad during the heat of the summer, especially when you had a very mild winter. Man, guys, it's a really tough time of year right now.
But the treatment for fleas on horses, it is the exact same as the lice, fly. Like all of that is exact same. It's permethrin. And so if they would happen to acquire some in some weird fluke way, it would be treated with the same exact stuff.
Do you vaccinate for heartworms?
Yeah. You don't vaccinate. You actually treat with medicine.
How many baby longhorns are you expecting? I don't know. How is your dam coming? Have you started work? No, this week. I'm going through here pretty fast, y'all. Have you seen horses going to the pond yet?
We've not seen it, but I've been picking gray mud out of the girls' feet for 3 days. So I don't know how deep they're going, but they're going.
Lester, are you still getting surgery? I've never made anything official about that. More than likely, I'm not, because I'm just a man and we don't do that. Hank, get off the stove. How can I get a shirt? Jessica, Jamie, are we doing any fundraisers anytime? We did one. We only did one the entire 2023.
Yeah.
We only did one fundraiser, but that's because we did the fire department stuff.
We did. So yes, but I have work to do on that still, because it's going to change the way that we do it.
Do not slap him, Mr. Hank. Uh-oh. Go ahead. What are y'all going to do? Hank, you're going to love him.
This is going to be so bad. Look at how sad she looks.
She's like, wait a minute. I'm kind of scared. Hank, love this puppy. Hank?
He did.
No, all right.
He's good now.
Oh, Lordy. So we don't know about fundraisers on shirts and stuff
I
yet?
have stuff to do still. We have a lot to work on for that.
Is it okay to send packages now? Pam, don't do that. Y'all save your money. Y'all buy stuff for you and your family. Imagine how excited your family would be. A cousin, an uncle, an aunt, a niece, a nephew, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, son, daughter, grandkid. If they went outside and there's a package waiting for them, Do that, Pam. Y'all do that. Send stuff to your family. We love you so much, and we're very blessed. But we don't need stuff, y'all. We'll make it. Where did you get the flag at the JL Ranch? Well, we have two flags. We have an American flag and we have a Texas flag, and those came from anywhere that sells flags. I think that mine came with the flagpole, right?
I would say that the U.S. one came with the flagpole. The Texas one, I think I got at Walmart.
Okay. Here's something about Dutch. Lester, the tornado went over Dutch's house, but he and his family were all right. But there was a lot of damage around him, and he's helping clean up now, sending prayers for all that was affected. Well, we are blessed to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Pigs can't get those things, though, because their skin is too thick. Yeah, pigs don't get things. Pigs are amazing.
Pigs get pig lice.
And this is a misconception that you guys probably don't even know about, but would you believe that when you look at the animals who eat the most food around the farm, it's not pigs. Pigs probably eat less food. Pigs eat less
That's correct.
than all the other animals.
Absolutely
the reason
correct.
that pigs are always appear to be overweight and, is because of their metabolism. They don't burn hardly anything. So pigs lay around a lot. Well, actually not really. They're pretty active out there.
Depends on the breed.
The breed. Okay.
So obviously Pig Trudy and Pig Newton have different things in them to make them much more active in their genes versus Tiny Tim, who is a potbelly pig with tiny little legs. Like, he is not built for speed.
Yeah.
Everybody else has got a little more speed on them based on their genetics. But there's all kinds of different pigs in this world.
Do you both enjoy all the dogs? It may sound dumb, but I know you love them. But are there days? Oh. So there's days with all the animals. I will say
days
that
with all the animals.
So let's talk about the dogs.
There's days
for a
with
second.
each other. Let's be real here.
That is true. But this is a great question, Diane. This is like one of those thought-provoking, deep questions that I love to talk about because it makes us think, and that's really fun to do. Well, what I mean is when your life is so mundane and you do the same thing day in and day out, you don't have a chance to think and talk about stuff sometimes. Here we go.
Life is not mundane.
So about the dogs, there are things that I love about our dogs and some things that I don't. So I don't like the dogs on the furniture. I don't like the dog's hair on the furniture, especially. I don't like when I lay down at night and I doze off. What happened last night? Can I show them? I'm Stella.
You're going to show them on me?
Jamie's Lester and I'm Stella. Granted, I'm on the couch. She wanted the couch. Stella come in there last night. I was so conked out. I was so tired yesterday. And I'm on the couch. I dozed off. And Stella comes up. She wants to get on the couch with me. And we don't both fit on the couch. And she would not take no for an answer. And so there's some things that I think are cute. And then this morning I was laughing about it. But it wasn't funny last night. What I hate is when I trip over the dogs. And guys, I'm not an old man, but I'm getting older. And I don't like always getting tripped up by the dogs. I don't like that. And I love the dogs, but I don't like it that when I walk into the house and they come running around my legs and I end up falling over one of them, because that happens on occasion. And that is the most annoying thing to me in the world, is when they run around your feet. And so it's not that I don't love the dogs. I just wish that our dogs didn't spend so much time inside the house. Go ahead. Your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, you want me to defend what you said, or to give my own?
Well, Diane's asking a question to both of us. I just told her how I feel about it. Are there days?
Yeah, there's days. I get really annoyed whenever I'm trying to do work and the dogs just will not stop barking. And it doesn't matter if they're inside or outside or half and half. Sometimes they just are having a day. I also don't like it when they fight for no reason. Like, it's just like kids. Like, I feel like somebody looks the wrong way and all of a sudden they're fighting. And it's not like bad fight. It's annoying fight. It is loud. And then Stella can't hear and somebody probably looked at somebody the wrong way. So Stella's jumping in, and now if there's 2 on one, somebody else is trying to break that up, and it's a little shit showish. I also, it really scares the crap out of me the way that they run up to cars.
Yes,
and it makes my heart stop.
Millie is going to get run over. Millie's going to, and guys, you can be mad if you want to be mad. I don't know what else to do. You can scream, you can holler, you can yell, and she goes right out there and right underneath the vehicle. And then if you scream like you're angry, she'll hunker down like, what's wrong? Under the tire. And so we try to keep our gate closed. Jamie and I are very aware, but don't forget, I ran over Fiona.
Yeah.
Fiona, when she was very young, I don't know how old she was, 6 months or so. She was a young little dog. Yeah. And I had the trailer and I was pulling it over here with some hay, I think. And she came out there and went underneath between the truck and the trailer. I didn't see her, and the trailer ran over her. And you all remember that.
It was awful.
It was awful. We're glad that she survived.
I'm just so terrified that they're going to do it again. And so Christmas is hyper aware of cars. I guess whatever her gas station life made her that way. Stella's aware if she sees them, but she doesn't see or hear.
Can't hear.
So she's just out there like, what? If she hears her name, she like pauses. Trixie wants to suck the exhaust out of everything. And there's individual things about each of them that, yeah, there are days, but I love them through and through. And I know that it's hot out in the middle of the day, so I don't mind them being in here. I also know that if I have them in at night, at least 4 of them, that I'm going to get to sleep. Because if all of them are outside at night, they're messing around and playing and barking and chasing whatever creeps in the night. And it's better if Millie, Fiona go outside, the other 4 inside. And
I want y'all just to watch. Keep talking, Jamie.
And that's sort of how we have a balance. I'm sorry, I can't stop watching you there.
That puppy is messing with Ritzy, and she is so annoyed.
She's patient though. She ain't doing anything wrong to her. She's not being mean to her. She's
just following her around and around and around. Oh, they've stopped now.
Poor Ritzy.
Ritzy's like, come on, man, get that dog home. All right, next question. Will y'all keep Finn as a buck or neuter him? We're going to have to neuter Finn, y'all, and that's going to happen very soon. Another question that I missed is my dad getting a feed buggy? My dad's trying to downsize, everybody. If y'all haven't noticed, my dad over the last couple of years has really been trying to downsize everything. So I'm not going to say for sure how long until he gets his cows moved along, but I do know that my dad's in the process of trying to slowly downsize. So I don't think that he'll be needing or wanting a food buggy.
Lester, you need to get the generator service oil. It should be changed every 6 months. My son's a generator master.
Okay, that's a great.
Thank you. That is a great reminder, actually.
The cabin at the river is gone. It's gone forever. It's floated away, y'all. It's gone.
It is history.
We talked about that back during the flooding. We were afraid we were going to lose it, and we in fact did. Do the cows know their names? Well, yeah. Any bag reports from the JL? No. Jamie will have to help me on that one. She always calls it before I do. She does. As much as we can all like to joke that I am Longhorn Lester or whatever, she's really Longhorn Lester. She's the one that knows everything that's going on with everything over there. She is the first one.
Hold on.
But you are the first one who can pick out a bag.
I can pick out a bag.
She can pick out when there's a bag. I'm like, no, that's not. That's just normal bag.
I haven't told him about what bags are there yet, so I'm not going to tell y'all.
But you know some bags that are starting to show? Oh, boy. Well, when can we find out?
I guess you and I can go there tomorrow and make a video about it. I'll sit out there with you and go, all right, I want you to tell me which 3, and we'll see if you get it.
Okay, I can do that. That'll be a fun game. Vanessa said, does Timmy try to eat the ostrich eggs? And he does not. As a matter of fact, we've been giving those out to people by the road in Jamie's little fruit stand, her free fruit stand, and those eggs are going like crazy. We have more right now.
Timmy is on day like 40 of being egg free. He's egg sober. He has had no eggs in 44 days, I think. That's really funny to say. Somebody said, Jamie, when is your mom coming down? We're still working on the details. Her job got really busy. We had a small window, and that window pretty much was consumed by flooding and horrible storms. So we're going to try to work it out.
Besides Rita, which animal is the most frustrating? Would you agree with Carl?
Yeah.
Carl is hard, y'all. Carl is our male ostrich. He's unpredictable.
Yeah.
You just don't know what to expect from him from one to the next. So, an example, I went out there just now when I went and got that little goat. Carl was right there at the gate. I walked to the gate. I looked at him. He looked at me, and I was waiting for a sign. The sign was this. Yeah. He looked away, and I went in, and no problem. Now, if I walked to that gate and he looked at me and he goes, then I would have done, okay, I ain't going in there.
Which he did to me today.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just so unpredictable. You don't know what his mood is at any given time. And so for everyone who's going to say, well, Google says the breeding season is between this, don't believe that, y'all. I will tell you firsthand that if you read on Google that they say the breeding season from an ostrich is from this to this, maybe for some, maybe for whoever wrote that particular article.
In whatever part of the world.
In whatever part of the world.
Probably in Africa.
Which may be a different time zone or a different season than what we're having here. I don't know. But we've seen Carl acting a butt at all different times of the year. Or he could be the nicest guy and hang out with you and just you. So you have to.
He would come ask to be sprayed down. You know, like he has his days, but he is definitely the most unpredictable, temperamental, I would say.
Yeah.
Rita actually is more predictable. You can see her demeanor from a mile away of how she's going to be that day. Now, you don't know it till you see her. Of which Rita you're dealing with. You're dealing with Senior Rita or Margarita, but you can see it.
I'm not going to acknowledge the person who keeps talking about my complexion, but maybe you've never worked a day in your life. And if you haven't spent an afternoon outside in the Texas heat, then I invite you to come on down. What I did today while Jen was doing her horses, I was spraying the grass, trying to kill the grass growing up through the rocks. So I had the 2.5 gallon pump sprayer going, and I was walking along the driveway spraying. So if I look to be beet red and sunburnt, and yes, this is nothing compared to how I looked an hour and a half ago. Jamie, tell them.
It's true.
So
that's why I gave him the offer of like, you just want to stay here and keep sleeping.
Yeah, don't be rude, y'all. Don't be rude. Find a tactful way to say things. Don't be mean. What do we got over here, Jamie?
Like you could have just said, Lester, you're hot. It would have had a totally different, totally different approach for him.
Yes. Lester works for a living, though, friends. Lester works. Well, I never finished a story about the little girl. Did you see what that said? What little girl, Jamie? I don't know. Help me find it. Oh, they're going by so fast. It might not be to you.
It might be to somebody else.
Oh, maybe it's not to me then. Maybe it's to you.
No, maybe it's to somebody in the comments.
Anyway. We lost it, friends. We lost it. Sorry. Why did you give him the UFO? I did not. No. Jake has his own UFO. I have a UFO, and Jake has a UFO.
Yeah.
Lester, I think you look great. Is because you're a hard worker. Well, thank you, Daphne. I appreciate that. Thank you for not judging me because I'm too red.
Did you get your cow water trough situation solved?
Sort of. We have a leak in our water trough, and I don't
know. No way.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. I tightened up the drain plug, so I don't think it's coming out of there. I'm afraid there's a crack on the bottom or something because there's quite a bit of water. And it's not coming out of the drain.
No way.
Yeah.
What do we do? Take it back?
Well, yeah, we'll have to if it continues to leak.
Can I tell that story?
Yeah.
So yesterday we went to Tractor Supply.
Oh God, you're gonna tell that story?
I'm gonna tell this story because you were so mad at me. He was more red than this yesterday.
From anger?
Yes.
Or from work? Because I was working yesterday too.
Both, probably. But so yesterday we get done with the live after he's had his nice sleep in and I did chores and I was like, I go, what's on the agenda today? He goes, whatever. I'm like, how about we go grab lunch? grab stuff from Tractor Supply, swing by JL and knock everything out, and then be back here to do chores before dark. And he's like, okay, deal. So we go have a lovely lunch at the dugout. You have wings. I have some nachos. It's going great. We go to Tractor Supply, and he's like, I'm just going to sit in the car. Is that okay? Yep, deal.
No, we're in her vehicle, y'all. We're in her car, not my truck.
I had intentions of going in to grab just a few things that I needed for that evening, which included dog food for Sadie, some more stuff for the horse hooves, and like 4 things. And as I'm walking in, I see that they have the big plastic swimming pools. And I'm like, ooh, okay. So I go do all my things. And as I'm standing in line, the guy behind me has a water trough. And I'm like, oh, I need one of those too. So I have the lady ring me up a duplicate of the one the guy behind me is buying. And I say, and I'll take one of those pools out front too, because I'm going to cool myself off while I'm doing all this work out here. I totally forgot that we were in my vehicle and not the truck. So I get out to the car and I'm carrying the mini pool, and Lester jumps out and goes, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to put my feet in it. He goes, no, what are you going to do with that? And I'm like, it'll fit in here. It'll be fine. Just let me do it. So I put the seats down and it goes in. I was like, oh, and I bought a water trough. He goes, where are we going to fit a water trough in the car? Why would you do that? And I'm like, oh, I actually genuinely forgot. Normally when he is driving and we do Tractor Supply run, it's usually his truck. We usually only take my car to do like family things.
Nice things. Yeah.
But since we were doing just feet up, I don't know. I had a brain lapse moment. So we pull it around and I'm like, it's going to fit. If it doesn't fit, this is the Tractor Supply we go to all the time. I'll just have him hold it till we come back. And his red level is like going Coca-Cola.
We're in her car and you don't put nice things. You don't have space for stuff like that, y'all.
You know what? We had space. The guy that came out to help, we didn't know, which was weird because we know almost everybody there, comes out to help. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I thought we were in his truck. And Lester is just like silent, tight-lipped, and he's trying to get in there. I'm like, hold on, let me pull the pool out first. So it's even worse because I have to pull the pool out to fit the water trough in. And its math level is getting worse and worse. I'm like, it's going to be fine. It's going to fit. It's going to be totally fine. You're talking to a girl at some point in time who moved her entire home in a Hyundai Santa Fe, couch and all, 19 trips in that thing to be able to get it all done. But it all fit. I made it fit. And just like this, I made it fit. It was fine.
Well, it's cracked. I'm just saying, it's cracked. So maybe.
But that pool isn't cracked. And that was the thing. He's like, you're going to crack it. It's all going to crinkle up. And I'm like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that was not one of your prouder moments. But we did make it work. It was not fun. It was hot. It was very hard. But we did manage to do a Tetris type maneuver and get everything inside the car. But it is cracked. So okay. Women are great at Tetris, Brenda says. Yeah.
So now we got to take it back in the car and swap it out. That's what you're saying.
No, we'll take it back in the truck if we take it back. I don't know. Yeah, we put the back seat down. I don't think you understand how big these things are, though. The back seats were down, and it's tall. And
it was very tall.
You only have so much space between the floorboard and the roof of your car, and it was a really tight fit.
It was perfect.
But we made it work, y'all. We made it work.
I was laughing. Lester was not. And as we pulled away, I'm like, why are you still mad? He's like, I don't know. And he just like starts humming. And that's usually my cue to just like laugh it off and it'll be fine. But boy, in that moment, I was like, I'm just going to go sit in the car now. I'll let these two figure it out.
Help me find a nice way to talk about the deer and explain to people about how Mother Nature works. A lot of people were concerned that the little deer we videoed yesterday, who had gotten itself rolled up into a roll of hay and passed away, the people were speculating left and right and starting all kinds of unnecessary drama there on the page, and it was sad. Guys, let me tell you how it works. And if you don't know this, I'm not trying to scold you, but you really should know that a mama deer in nature, and this is the same for all animals in nature, mama has to eat, and she knows it's not safe to go out and eat with babies alongside. So many animals will lay a baby, they'll find a hiding spot. This is cows and horses and donkeys and deer, and you name it. They will find a spot to lay that baby. And you might say, hide that baby. And they have a way to communicate, or at least the animal is coded to know that when mama hides you, you don't move, you don't get up, you don't leave. And so when Mr. Ed came by to mow, and he's running that tractor along there, and he ends up running over that little deer that mama had laid amongst that high grass to hide while she goes off and eats, which that's what happens.
Sometimes mama gets killed and never comes back either.
Sometimes moms get killed and doesn't come back. And don't forget the little deer that we had tried to help Elvira, which has been a couple of years back. That was from our friend, the tree cutter, Mr. Ventura, who ran across that deer out in the woods. And he knew that deer, that baby was laid up like that. But he knew there was something wrong because that baby had dried poop all over it, meaning that mama had not come back to take. So mama got killed somewhere. And so he picked up that deer and brought it to us. But those deer, those babies especially, they're trained, or they're taught not to get up and run. And so that baby deer just laid there, and that tractor thing ran right over her and picked her up in that hay. But that wasn't from some kind of disease. That wasn't from coyotes. That wasn't from Lester doing a horrible job of not being, or Mr. Ed doing a bad job at his. No, y'all. I could have walked over that pasture and that deer would not have got up and run. That deer is not going to leave.
And you probably wouldn't have seen it because
you would have never seen it, y'all.
No.
So for everyone,
really sad.
I get it that you're upset and you're mad and you just hate to see something so innocent and life taken away at such a young age for something. But you can't sit there and point fingers. It was a simple accident. No one did it intentionally. We don't kill animals. Y'all know that already. But I was also kind of embarrassed for a lot of people who were suggesting reasons that would have happened. Oh, the deer must be sick. No, it was a baby. It was a baby. And it was set there to hide. And mom was not able to come back because Mr. Ed was there. And so
sometimes I think that in our heads that we look for any reason to not. You can find ways to manipulate your mind to think one way or another, and I think that's what a lot of people in the comments were doing yesterday. And I just think it's hard. If you don't know, you want to imagine things up, and you want to suggest something so you can put something else aside of reality, and especially when you maybe have never had that experience before.
It may have been the first time for everyone to see something like that. It was my first time see that. I'll tell you what, and I talked about this in my video yesterday, but I don't think there's a hay person out there who has not came by and grabbed a roll of hay or a bale of hay and found that you had picked up a snake in all of that. Sometimes the snake is dead. Sometimes it's still alive, okay? Or a field mouse. They live in all that grass. And sometimes that baler will come by and scoop them right up, and it will bail them out with that roll of hay. That happens, friends. And in this case, it was a larger animal. It was a baby deer. But Mr. Ed never saw that deer, and I understand why, because they would get down in that grass and hunker down. And that grass, don't forget how tall it was, friends. So it was a really sad moment for everybody, but it was an accident. Rabbits get caught up in stuff like that. And so, yeah.
It was unfortunate. It really was. I cried.
Yeah, she sure did. But, yeah, they're very camouflaged, and their moms do a wonderful job at hiding them. If y'all remember, there was a video that we made years ago. It was whenever Santiana first hid baby Huey. And I called it hide and seek with baby Huey. Guys, I looked this pasture over. I could not find that cow for anything. It finally took Maggie to help me find where that calf was hidden. What's that right there saying, babe?
It's just that you're hovering over that.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, listen, we've gone way over our hour now. Way over our hour.
So true.
Well, friends, I don't know what your plans are for tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday, and let's not forget those who have lost their life. Their former military soldiers who've passed away, some in battle, some after, right? Mm-hmm. Help me again if I need help with this one over here. I have to really figure out a way to define Memorial Day and what it means.
You'll come up with the words by tomorrow. I'm sure of it.
I hope that I will. But we're blessed to have you guys hanging out with us. Thank y'all so much for spending some time with us. We love you very much. And you always make things funner and gooder, even if you don't really know about farm life sometimes. It's fun explaining things to you all. Right, Jamie?
Absolutely. You all stay safe tonight. Stay well. Take care of your neighbors. And we will catch you on the next video.
And we are going to get some rest. Everyone's saying, get some rest, get some rest. I don't know who they're talking to. You who keep yawning.
I yawned
or
like
me
4
who's
times.
Me who's all red. My eyes are droopy. Yeah, we need some rest, y'all. We're going to get it now. We love you.
Good
and
night,
we're blessed to have you. And don't remember, hush, hush to Ellie and Megan, y'all. They have no idea what's going on with all this puppy stuff.